What is up, YouTube? This is Wyatt coming at you with another video, and today I'm going to talk to you about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Sorry, I'm late on this one. I actually saw this movie on opening day, but I kind of procrastinated. So obviously, this is a sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy, a movie I think is a lot of fun. And if you loved Guardians of the Galaxy, you're probably going to love this one too. To me, I feel about the same way as I do the first one. Now, I didn't adore the first one. I think it did have some problems. I think a lot of those problems are still here, but all in all, I think it's still a perfectly enjoyable movie, though I'm not going to rush out and see it again like, say, Logan. I think the biggest positive here are the actors. Pretty much everybody does a really good job, and it's clear the cast is having a lot of fun. Although for me, the standouts were Kurt Russell as Ego and Michael Rooker as Yondu. I think Ego is a really interesting character and different from the roles I normally see Kurt Russell take on, although he has done this kind of character before. And they really delve into Yondu in this movie. The father-son angle with him and Star-Lord I thought was fascinating. And this leads me into one of the things that surprised me in this movie, the drama, or how much drama there really is. Judging from the trailers, I sat down ready to laugh, but instead, the film that followed was surprisingly character-driven. Everyone here has an arc. Star-Lord finds out about his lineage and what he really is. We get more of a sense between the relationship at Gamora and Nebula. While Rocket doesn't really change much, he was pretty fun to watch, as was Drax. And I know it's really cliche to say this about a Marvel movie, but yeah, the action scenes are really good. I know most of you rolled your eyes when I said that, because the action scenes in every film in the MCU have been pretty solid, but it rings true. The movie opens with a couple of really cool scenes that have that nice off-the-wall touch that this franchise is known for, and one of the more original space battles I think I've seen. The soundtrack is great as well, with about twice as many songs as the first one. While the movie sometimes gets bogged down in weighty moments, the soundtrack never fails to liven it up with some zippy and fun tracks. And I know the story for this one has been kind of divisive, but I liked it. I thought it was interesting. I'm not going to spoil what it is because the trailers are pretty vague, but even though it sometimes delves into familiar territory, like with Rocket, for the most part it goes in a new direction, and I appreciated that. The film does have a few flaws. Admittedly, they're pretty much nitpicks. I do enjoy this movie overall, but I thought the drama and comedy each worked individually, but the movie has a tough time balancing the different tones. Sometimes a funny scene will abruptly turn into a contemplative, depressing moment. I had the same problem with the first movie, but here, since it's the focus, I think it bogged down the film much more. And I don't think any of the new characters will really have much staying power. I didn't give a shit about the Sovereign. I didn't care about Manus, etc. That being said, I think Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is still a pretty solid movie. It's different from pretty much anything I've seen this year. And I would recommend it, especially if you're a fan of the first film. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Sequent 1, signing out.